Hello, everyone. It is time for an adventure game. I haven't done a proper adventure game for a while, so here we go. It's Hugo's House of Horrors 2. A few years ago, I did the original Hugo's House of Horrors game, and it's a fairly short game. I think I did the whole game in one video. Um, and I did it for Halloween because it's a Halloween themed kind of game. I mean, it takes place in a haunted mansion with a bunch of Halloween style kind of monsters in it. I mean, if you saw it, you know what I mean. And somebody followed up by saying that the sequel, Hugo's House of Horrors 2, would be a nice game to do for Halloween next year. But I didn't do it because it doesn't fit. So Hugo's House of Horrors 2 is not a horror game, despite the title. Actually, I guess it's not really called Hugo's House of Horrors 2. It's just called Hugo 2 or something like that. It's not a horror game, and it doesn't really fit very well with a Halloween theme. So I thought today's Valentine's Day. Maybe now's a good time to do it because Hugo 2 is actually about going on vacation. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a romantic vacation together and play Hugo 2. These are the files that you get with it. What's in the file id.diz file? It claims it's VGA graphics. Yeah, see, it's just Hugo 2, not Hugo's House of Horrors 2. But yeah, it's the same characters. It has Hugo and Penelope from the first game, so it's kind of a sequel, but it's not. I mean, it's not exactly because the theme and the whole feel of the game is totally different. But it's still an adventure game with the two people from the first game. So, as I was saying, it claims it's VGA graphics, but I don't think they really are. I think these are EGA graphics. I'm pretty sure they're only 16 colors. Are they? Are they actually 250? Maybe they're 256 colors, but they sure look like 16 color EGA graphics. Anyway, it's adventure time again with Hugo the human and Penelope the also human. I was thinking of Jake the Finn and Jack the dog, or wait, no, not Jake the Finn. Finn the dog and Jake the human, or something, or is it the other way around? I don't know. I don't watch television, so I don't know these things. Let's just play a game. I'll just go ahead and run Hugo 2. Wait, what? Oh, it's just Hugo, even though it's Hugo 2. Hugo 2, Whodunit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Talk about a DOS tune that only a DOS gamer could love. Or a PC speaker tune that only a DOS gamer could love. It's actually kind of unfortunate because the first Hugo game had a pretty nice rendition of I think it's the Dragnet theme, isn't it? And the third game, if I ever get around to doing the third Hugo game, it actually has a really nice little tune. Like it's a very short little tune, but I really like the little PC speaker tune that it plays at the beginning. But this one is just awful. It just sounds like horrible screeching. But I guess it's kind of grown on me over the years a little bit. At least it sounds familiar. It's something familiar to me since I've played this game for so long, for something like 20 years now. Anyway, hit return for the story so far. Recuperating from their previous adventure, Hugo's House of Horrors, Hugo and Penelope travel to Europe and the quiet charm of the English countryside where they have just arrived at the secluded cottage of Hugo's great-uncle Horace. I think the guy who made these games, what's his name? I think his name's David Gray. I guess he's probably English because his games seem to have a lot of influence from, kind of a lot of English influence, and I mean, British English influence. I think that the games, I think he was based in the U.S. when he made these games, but for some reason I have a feeling that he's either English or at least heavily influenced from British culture. But anyway, so we're here at Uncle Horace's cottage in the country because he has a house. It's a pretty big house in the country. Yeah, I actually like that song. We join them in the hall where they are met by the maid. Oh, this is the saucy French maid who was in the file ID diz file that I didn't finish reading. A saucy-looking French maid welcomes you. Bonjour, Hugo et Penelope. This is, of course, did this game come out after the Colonel's Bequest? I feel like it must have, because I feel like this character is so blatantly influenced by Fifi from the Colonel's Bequest. I'm pretty sure she's ripped off from that game. Otherwise, I guess you could say she's just a stereotype of a French maid, but I don't know. I somehow feel like this was taken from the Colonel's Bequest. I have placed your bags in your room upstairs. It is the third room on the right, s'il vous plaît.
You go upstairs now, please. I think you must be tired after your long flight, no? We see you in a little while, yes?
Penelope starts making her way upstairs. Okay, so I already have control of the game, and notice that that maid is blocking me from going anywhere. Like if you try to, this is typical sort of adventure game shepherding where you're prevented from seeing anything that's in the house because the maid is blocking you. And no, you can't go around the stairs. So you might think, well, I mean, I can just go around the staircase, right? Because it looks like the staircase is. The maid speaks to you.
Please go to your room, monsieur.
It looks like the staircase is not built into the wall back there. Like it looks like there's a space behind the staircase here that I could just walk around. But I guess the maid. I mean, the game doesn't let you do it, but in real life, I guess the maid would block you there as well. Anyway, so we can look around. We're in the hall of Great Uncle Horace's cottage. We can look at, I don't know, the painting. Pretty, isn't it? Yes, okay. Look at the plant. That every home should have one. That plant looks pretty dead. It has no leaves. It has no leaves and it's all black. I think that plant is dead. We can look at, I don't know, the floor. Okay, you see nothing. I guess I deserve that for trying to look at the floor. I mean, come on.
Please go to your room, monsieur.
We can interact with the maid a little bit, but not very much. She's a saucy-looking French maid, and
Monsieur, I think it would be best if you went to your room now. We can have the little chat later, no?
but if you cannot wait to have the little chat later, then you can of course attempt to interact with the maid right now. In which case, the game the game does not object to that idea in principle, other than the fact that Penelope is watching, with the apparent implicit assumption that if Penelope were not here and watching us directly, then it would be okay. It's like, well, you in front of Penelope, maybe, well, okay. Anyway, let's not dwell on that thought too long. Sure, let's go upstairs and let us go to our room, monsieur. The maid calls to you.
Monsieur, I told you already. Tis the third door on the right.
Well, supposing that we are Americans and don't catch the drift very easily, we can try to. Okay, she just keeps saying the same thing. Oh man. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. I've never done this. I didn't know she says this because I don't think I've ever actually taken this long. And I've played this game so many times, and oh no, oh help, I need to pause for a moment. I've played this game so many times throughout my life, and I never knew that this happens because I never actually took this long in this room. That's great. It's like it's one of those things where you discover something new about it every time. Oh, now I'm tempted to. Now obviously I'm tempted to see what happens if I keep waiting around some more. Should I wait until she tries to speak to us again? Penelope speaks to you. I think we should do as the maid says, honey. Okay, what happens if I don't? What happens if I just stand here and just wait until something else happens? Oh man, I laughed too hard. I'm sorry. I'm kind of dizzy from laughing so hard. I'm sorry. Oh dear. David P. Gray, the guy who made these games, speaks to you. Let me put it this way: if you don't go to your room, this will be a pretty boring game. I don't know, man. I'm having more fun just sitting here watching what happens if I don't go to my room. This is almost more fun than the rest of the game. I mean, it's a pretty good game. I mean, I do like this game. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm actually finding this quite amusing. I don't think I've ever done this. I don't think I've ever just stood around in this first room and seen what happens if you just wait forever. Is there nothing else? I think... No? Oops. Okay. Okay. So if you try to get very physical with the maid, then the game says, how could you do it in front of Penelope? But if you just try to kiss the maid innocently, then Penelope shouts out to you,
I'd advise you to come up here now, sweetheart.
okay, all right, okay, let's go. Let us go on a romantic excursion into our room together,
I'm really tired after a long flight, Hugo,
says Penelope as she walks towards the bed.
Why don't you get a book from the bookcase and read while I have a little snooze?
She continues. Okay. Let's take a look around. You're in the guest bedroom. It's a quaint old four-poster bed. Why, it's Penelope. Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I apologize to anyone who gets offended by this, but I mean, as the meme says, I had to do it to him, or, well, not to them, but to the game.
Oh dear, I think I have a headache coming on.
Okay, can we look at the table? There's nothing. Yeah, I know I can see that, but all right. Okay. I'm just trying to do everything. I mean, one thing about these games, they're not very environment rich. I mean, there are not a lot of things in the environments in these games. So I mean, you can, there's a fairly limited number of things you can interact with. So I just want to kind of get the experience of it won't open. Okay. Can I look through the keyhole? You can make it a room that looks like somebody's study. There doesn't appear to be anyone in there. Okay. Maybe we'll see it later. All right, let's look at the bookcase. And one yellow book seems to be sticking out slightly. I just realized I accidentally typed Bach case, but somehow I don't think this game has spell check, so I don't know how it knew that I was talking about the bookcase. Do I just say case? Oh yeah, okay. So can I just type anything with case on the end? Oops. Apparently I can. Apparently I can just type anything and put case on the end, and the book and the game understands that I mean bookcase. Okay, let's look at the book. Yeah, okay. Can I get the yellow book? As you grasp the book, you hear a low rumbling noise as the bookcase starts to move with 2 exclamation points. Oh dear! It looks like Hugo has disappeared into a secret chamber behind the bookcase. Whatever next? Meanwhile, sweet Penelope sleeps on. Okay, well, this has been Hugo too. Thanks for playing, everyone. Time passes. A noise wakens Penelope from her slumbers. Is slumbers a word? I mean, okay, as a verb, yes, you can say he or she slumbers, but is slumber a pluralizable noun? Like, can you actually say? I don't know. Anyway, a heated argument appears to be going on in the room next door. Wondering briefly where Hugo is, you decide to get up and investigate what all the commotion is about. You see a light shining through the keyhole of the door over to the left. Oh boy. And Penelope automatically gets up, and oh, I didn't even make her move. She just automatically... Okay. She automatically went to the door, but do I have to... Okay, it still won't open. Can I look through the keyhole again? Okay. Oh, look, it's Great Uncle Horace. Who's that he's arguing with? Oh, dear. Penelope is so shocked by what she has just witnessed that she completely faints. After a little while, she comes around. All is quiet now. Well, poor Great Uncle Horace. It appears there's a murderer in the house. So now, sweet Penelope, your mission is clear, to find out who murdered Great Uncle Horace and bring them to justice. By the way, where did Hugo disappear to? So this is Hugo too. We play as Penelope. I mean, at the very beginning you play as Hugo, but that's just at the start. But the rest of the game you play as Penelope. You really should look around in this room first. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much that we can do here. We can't even look under the bed, I don't think. Oh, your search turns up nothing. Okay. Can't open this door. Can we look through the keyhole? It's too dark to see anything now. Okay. Yeah, there's really not much else to see here. Can we get the light up in the ceiling? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So there's really not much you can do here other than just go through the bookcase. And here we are. And I don't think we can ever go back. I think that secret door does not open the wall. Yeah, we can't ever open that again. So that's it. We're done. So where are we now? Okay, that door's locked. We don't have a key. Is this the other side of... hold on. If I look through the keyhole... Really? 'Cause I'm not sure if this is... Is this the door next to where we just were? In which case, this is where the murder happened? I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look around. Okay, the chair has nothing very interesting about it. Can we look at the desk? Opening the desk drawer reveals a book of matches. Now, this is one nice thing about the Hugo games that even a lot of Sierra adventures didn't do. They actually show you items that are sitting around. So I mean, you can get the matches, and you can drop things again. Like you can actually drop things on the ground. But if you do, it'll actually show you. You'll actually see what you drop and pick up. So, which is kind of nice. I mean, most Sierra games, if you try to drop something, the game will just say, "No, you might need it. Don't drop it." But here you can actually drop things, and you can actually see them on the ground, which is kind of it's kind of cool. I mean, it's not very useful most of the time, but it's kind of cool. So, it's nothing of any interest inside. Can I look on the desk? Yeah, I said look on, not in. I don't know. It looks like there are a couple of pens. Can I get a pen? It is of no use to you. Can I get the telephone? You pick up the phone and dial the police. Just as you're about to get through and are about to tell your story, the line goes dead. Oh dear. But I did get 5 points for that, even though it didn't do anything. Can I get another 5 points? No, but the line keeps going dead. So the phone is active. You can try dialing the phone as many times as you want, and you'll get a dial tone, and you'll actually be able to start dialing something, and then the line will suddenly go dead just as you're starting to get connected. All right. What is with this bird? I know that it's not intentional, but it looks like there's a gap in the bars right in front of the bird, like a gap big enough that the bird could just fly through. All right, let's look at the cage. Look at the bird. It is a brightly colored parrot. Num num. Birdie num num. Imagine that. All right, can we talk to the bird since it's a parrot?
Squawk! Birdie, birdie! Birdie, birdie! What are you doing with that knife? Stop it! Ah! Squawk!
Can we talk some more to the bird? Okay, I think he just keeps saying the same thing. Okay. All right. Well, that's something. This is a baby's room. Except there's no baby in it. Look at the crib. Yeah, I know. Okay, look at the blocks. Really? I mean, it's an adventure game. Come on. I mean, you're supposed to look at everything. And you're supposed to take everything that's not nailed down. In a real adventure game, you would take all the blocks and hoard them in your inventory for the rest of the game, even if they didn't do anything. All right. Anyway, you can just kind of barely see outside. Actually, I like the way... I like the... I never noticed it before, but I'm just looking at it now, and it strikes me that the windows, like the ground outside, is perfectly aligned such that the lower half of both windows are green and the top half of both windows are blue. You can see outside. Okay. Can I get the balloon? As you grab the balloon, it bursts. A little card which apparently was inside the balloon floats to the ground. You pick up the card and read it. Confucius say, detective who spend all day catching red herrings might do better to quit job and become fisherman. Okay. All right. This door is also locked. So I'm going to guess that our only way out is through this thing. So we're in Great Uncle Horace's study. What's this thing on the wall? On the wall behind Great Uncle Horace's desk is a box in the wall. On close inspection, it appears to be a Dumbwaiter. Now, I must admit that I don't think I have ever heard this term dumbwaiter used ever in my life outside of this game. I don't know if it's a word that's more common in Europe or in the UK or something. I don't know. I had no idea what it was when I was a kid. Well, I mean, I had an idea because you can see what it is. It's one of these things that is used to bring up food and such to another level of the building. So it's not. It's kind of like an elevator, except it's meant to be used just for food. It's not meant to carry people. It's just meant to carry like a tray of food, so somebody here can eat and get served by people downstairs in the kitchen. The people in the kitchen can just load the tray of food onto the dumb waiter and then push the button and up it goes. Can I just say look waiter? Do I have to? It is a dumb waiter used to carry food up and down from the kitchen. Can I push the button on it? The switch works the dumb waiter. The box goes down and up again. Okay. Can I enter the dumbwaiter? You get into the dumbwaiter and press the switch. The dumbwaiter descends to the kitchen below. There we go. So like I said, it's usually not meant to be used for carrying people. That's kind of it's kind of a bit heavier than I think what they're usually made for. But at least in this game, it works. I don't know if it would work that way in real life, but who knows? Who cares? It works in the game. So yeah, we are obviously in the kitchen. Can I look in the oven? Something very interesting in or around that particular unit. Okay, can I look in the cupboards? Ooh, opening the cupboard reveals a clove of garlic. Let's get that garlic. I might use it to repel vampires later. Can I open any other cupboards? It helps if I spell them correctly. Nothing of any interest inside. Nothing in this one. No, I think that was it. I think it was just those. Just that clove of garlic. And I don't think I could, let me see, I don't think, yeah, I don't know why the door won't open. It doesn't seem to have a lock on it, and it obviously has a doorknob, so at least I'm assuming that's what that red dot is, so I don't know what could be blocking it. But anyway, again, typical adventure game thing. So next time we'll go outside, obviously, and start exploring around the grounds outside Great Uncle Horace's mansion. But I think this is a good place to stop for now, so I'll go ahead and say save. And I will save as, I don't know, got garlic. And that will be it for me for now. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you'll join me next time for more of Hugo 2 Whodunit as we solve this terrible murder mystery of who viciously and without any provocation murdered Great Uncle Horace. Actually, I guess it's not without provocation. They were arguing about something before, so I guess there was a provocation actually, but still we need to solve the murder mystery. So I will see you next time, folks. Until then, ta-ta. And I'm trying to think of a clever line to close with. But that I think nothing beats that maid screaming at us, so I'll just go ahead and say,
Pretty birdie, squawk.